Riverturns crew. Yeah, Riverturns, I see you. Picky boo. Yo, Riverturns, I see you.
Put me in the monitors. Yeah, put me in the monitors. Put a nigga in the monitor. Yo. Yo. 9 in the morning, fans at my door. Bailed off the coast, so I see my nigga show. Imagine the motherfucker trying to escape. Didn't even get to get my fucking backyard tape. Pulls from the kip, Nike's on my feet. Running fast as I can bail down 13th Street. I'm a cut through nigga from the CUT. I'm remotely controlled by the bomb and sweet. Now your fool ass fools think y'all can trip with me. Fucking with the crickets, so I really can't see. I'm the type of fool laid back every day. I blaze every day, I smoke J's every day. This the type of shit that I says every day. I plays every day, and I slangs every day. Niggas can fuck with the fucking don't you duck with. Fucking with the rules on my neck, check this out. Some of y'all niggas is bitches too. And some of these niggas look just like you. So if you ever been so low, go out and get your roll on. Cool ass nigga, you get it. Some of these niggas are bitches too. And some of these niggas look just like you. So if you ever been so low, go out and get your roll on. Don't get this nigga, I'm getting so long. Yeah, you know it don't stop. Yeah, the shit don't stop. Yeah, cause I'm rocking for my block. Yo, and your tricks get shot. Yeah, I know it don't stop. You're the ghost and I'm the rock for my block. Yeah, get pop. Yo. Swift and scope to change. Well, I lay where I represent like every day. Nigga, you can tell me I don't be on the spot when I can tell you all the motherfuckers who that got shot. From at least about 5 years ago, when I was a show nigga, going to Charjo, rose from the gaps from the jump and zap. Man, we can't fuck with no niggas like that. We ain't even square back. And if the feds came through, he wouldn't even jump out with his scrap. Now that's what I call a biatch. I echo the emotion you was dropped from the clip. And some of these niggas are bitches too. And some of these niggas look just like you. So if you ever been so long, you best to get your roll on. Punk ass nigga, you get stolen.
Shit, man, we live in the building, man. Live in the building after a busy weekend, man. BAM640, I'm in the building. Hey, man, look, man, we got a special guest. Before we get to the special guest, man, there's a lot of good things coming on this upcoming week, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, it's going to be real heavy. Chuck Brown Day, man, belaDona, Junkyard, Kim and Scooby. Also that night, we got the extravaganza hosted by me and my man, Billy the Kid. Who else we got? We got Junkyard, EU features Sugar Bear, belaDona, Sweat Band, hosted by BAM640 and my man Billy the Kid. DJ Frank White will be on the ones and twos. So that's gonna be a hell of a extravaganza. Also, my man Reg got the back to school joint like he do every year out there in Beltsville. I don't know who he got performing, but I'm gonna get all the information, man. So that's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. It's everybody performing. They got Backyard out at the Richmond Coliseum this Saturday. It's a lot of things. Backyard was just performing at the city what's that? City Winery where you?
Yeah.
Oh man, they did it, man. They did it. They did it going in sexy style. So man, that was great. But in the building we got Tiffany Lloyd. But what people don't understand about you, that you've been around and you've been doing a lot of things that's epic. Confession of a Side Chick, all that other stuff. So what's the next move about you? And tell the people all about your grind and how you go on about things.
I'm an everyday grinder. My next grind is a city winery.
Right.
Next week, next Tuesday night, 8 o'clock p.m.
Right.
I have a nice show prepared for everybody. But pretty much, yeah, I grind. I play for different people.
Right.
You know.
Right.
I play for myself.
True musician. True
Yes.
musician.
Yes.
So how is that? I mean, all the bass players y'all stick together. You, Storm, and I mean everybody. So tell everybody that don't know, that's not in even bands or go-go bands, or just like Ron said, the blues. How much is important is a bass player?
It's very important. It's just as important as a keyboard player. It's just as important as a drummer. So
Right.
You're one of the core band members as a bass player. So
Right.
yeah. Yeah.
So what can people expect on you next week at the City Round?
A big variety, and they can also expect some surprises.
Hey.
It's a different kind of show. It's I got different elements going on, surprise guests and all that good stuff. So it's not a typical bass player show.
What you mean, what's a typical bass player show?
I shouldn't say typical, but with my shows, you get more than what you would expect from a bass player.
Right.
Like, most things are just focused on just bass.
So you mixing it up a little bit.
Styles, mixing the styles up.
Man,
My approach is a little.
I might have to come to that. I'm excited. I need to go those type of shows. Me as being a rap artist, really like different elements that you could do, like different elements that you could learn from musicians.
Right.
So let people what you have done in the past, because you got a hell of a resume.
Yes, thank you. I started on keys. I took formal piano lessons, and I went to bass. I went back to keys, still playing bass. And basically, like I said, I started in church.
Right.
And at some point, I stepped out of church. Still playing in church, but I was able to branch out.
Oh yeah, you guys stepped out. Nah, you ain't.
No,
She's still in there, y'all. Don't act like she don't
Right.
do the church thing no more.
I'm still there. And actually, belaDona was my first out of church gig.
For real?
For real. And from there, I started playing for some national artists, more so like spot gigs, not so
Right.
much like steadily on the road with other people.
Y'all bass players always find a gig.
Have to. You want to keep working, keep eating.
So how does a bass player, and I always say this, all the go bands, they always say you need to practice outside of practice. So what do you just grab beats and play bass to them, or how do you stay sharp on the bass?
I practice a lot of fundamentals and techniques on bass. You can't just practice songs all day.
Right.
You have to practice bass, practice your instrument, and then that way you stay sharp in whatever you play. So.
Woo! I mean, I know and I'll take Storm as an example because that's probably like the closest bass player I've been around to besides Unc and all that. And then I just know that the belaDona whole sound revolves around Storm and her bass and the beat dropping all that stuff. So
yeah.
I understand what you're saying about the bass. I mean, you got a lot of things going on. So after this amazing show you got, like, what will come after that?
More shows. Just keep on going. And, I still have my regular gig schedule. I think that following week I go to Compton, California.
Oh, man.
But, just more shows. Just keep doing more shows, more traveling. I love to travel, so that's...
I know. I was happy for, actually, y'all don't know, Storm had just came from, where was she at?
Canada.
Yeah. Toronto with Genuine.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeffrey Osborne was on the show too. So I mean, they
Killed
and and that's what it's all about. I think it's other gigs. I think people use go-go as logo, but I think you can further your career, but that's all on you. So,
right, it is.
So what places of the world do you like to travel, like to play? Me, I love Miami. I'm on my way to Miami. I love Miami. I'm on my way up there.
I like New
People keep
Orleans.
talking about Fort Lauderdale, but I ain't really. Is it anything to do in Fort Lauderdale?
Not that I know of. I mean, it might be some.
If it's anything to do, the Blues, man, is it anything to do with Fort Lauderdale?
He says, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure you probably know. They got a House of Blues in Fort Lauderdale?
They got enough outside venues.
Huh? For real? So, man, that's what's up. So, So for this show that you got coming up, where do people buy the tickets or? Because I might want to check it out too.
Yeah, you gotta come out. You can go 2 places: my website, tipspace.com, or you can go to the City Winery website. So the link is all over my Facebook page.
Oh, I gotta reach out. I know I seen your Instagram. Your Instagram, you got more
too.
followers than me. So after that, you just gonna try to do more gigs and all that stuff.
Not try, just
do
it. Yes.
Oh, excuse me.
Just gotta keep doing it.
Now, maybe you can help me understand it. Ron always talking about the blues, and I'm sure as a bass player you listen to blues. So what is it about the blues that us people that's coming up, young dad, don't understand?
I think a lot of people don't understand that it's a part of the fundamentals of music. It really is. From gospel to jazz, blues is like underlying everything. So if you don't know the blues, you're kind of in trouble. Like it's if you don't know how to play blues, you have some work to do.
I think so. You saying that the blues, when it comes to the blues, is nobody can just get up there and do it. It has to be studied.
It's not hard. You just need to study it. It's not like I said. It's pretty much underlying everything. It's the foundation of jazz, the foundation of gospel, and other genres too. So it's just something you should know. Go too, definitely good.
What? I'm just asking. I don't know. So rappers cannot do a blues track.
I bet they can.
Oh, that's something different. So I might have something.
Something to experience.
I might have something. So far as what you doing with Storm do by being a bass player. Has it ever been anybody that put a bass album out or just playing albums out?
Oh yeah, there's some people local that have bass albums out.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying I'm trying to get
Yeah.
hip to it. That's what I do because I'm not a musician. I know
got
people had Congo album. I know Mickey put one out back in the days, and people have certain albums out. So I wonder what would that go is going until in your lane, what you do.
It I think even with bass albums, you have to be a little creative too. Like I have a single out, and then I have another one that's coming out hopefully by next week. But you have to be creative in order to get it to go mainstream. If you focus it on a bass album, it can go far if it's like Victor Wooten. But sometimes bass albums don't go too far. So if you involve all the instruments, highlight other instruments, make it, movie ready, radio ready, something that people can sit in Starbucks and nod their head to,
Right. So far as I'm gonna ask you some questions. As far as you seeing with the whole go-go thing, what do we have to do as musicians, as hosts, as people in bands to make go national, like you and like the blues and like other people that do other things?
Step out the box. I think that's the main problem. If a lot of the go-go nation just kind of finds a way to like spread go-go like to the West Coast more than it's already over there. That's a good way.
Is it over there?
A little bit.
Nah, so look.
Not enough.
So you saying is okay? I always had a couple people were hitting cover, and they hitting covers and they hitting original
Covers,
music.
right?
It's covers in original music. Like which ones are the ones you think people out of the state will be looking for?
Covers.
For real?
First.
Before
You
originals?
have to read them first. Covers with arrangements.
But there's a lot of people in go-go say it's not enough original go-go music out here.
There's not enough original go-go. But you have to find a way to, I think it's all mindset. If you find a way to approach go-go or approach cover music with go-go and market it that way, it's mindset.
I always thought it was good to have original music, then go. But if you say covers,
you should have. Well, I find like covers are the bridge to getting your original music out there. Like if you go do a concert, say in Miami,
Right.
You can do you could be a go-go band, right?
Right.
If you do all originals, they're not gonna know what in the world you're singing.
Right.
But if you put a go-go twist on something that's hot in Miami,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of Miami, shout out to my man Rick Ross. I love the port of Miami too. I love Miami period. I love everything about it, man.
I love California.
You do? Is it better than Miami?
I don't want to say it's better than Miami, but
So what's the good thing about California? I've never been. Boy, I don't know.
the atmosphere, the vibe, the people, it's a different kind of place. It's, it's a lot of positivity out
A
there.
lot of weed going through here. I see everybody smoking on the street. Police walk right behind.
Well, that's here too.
Yeah, that's true. But they might harass you here in California. They don't need.
Right.
I think California got bigger than people want to visit now since the death of Nipsey Hussle. Do you think it blew up majorly after that? Because now I'm just seeing everybody going to California. They posting by the wall. They posting.
I mean, yeah, it did set history a little bit in a negative way, but yeah, I mean, he was so big, so it's going to only draw attention to California for a while. So.
Man, y'all bass players stick together, man. Y'all bass players do it. So I mean, so I would like, what is the whole mindset of a bass player when they walk into a show? Like, is it chills, nervousness, or do y'all treat all venues the same, or do you treat all venues different, or do you just, this is me, this is what I do?
I think what the mindset should be is I'm about to do my part.
Right.
Like, for real. Like, light it up, pretty much. But I think every venue's different, and it also depends on what band you're with. Even if it's all go-go, like, it just depends. But not nervousness, not on my part, more so just anxiousness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what are your best venues to perform at in the DMV?
City Winery. You know what?
I heard City Winery is like, to be an engineer in there, and my man Deuce Nine, the engineer backyard, he was like, that's not your normal place. Like, you really have to know what you're doing. Like, the sound in there is so amazing. You hear like everything. It has to be on point.
I can already tell that's how it is.
For real?
My other favorite place is the Capital One Arena. It used to be the Verizon Center, but they changed the name.
Did you perform there before?
I have, but I want to do my own
God.
show. But I want to do I play.
I can imagine, man.
That's one of my dreams. I want to do my own show there. But yeah, I have been on that stage before.
I'm just happy for myself by being on that Howard DA stage. I think it's very historic. Everybody calls it the house that Chuck Brown built on Chuck Brown Day. I think it's going to be a amazing show. belaDona, Junkyard, EU feature Sugar Bear, the Sweat Band. I think it's going to be amazing all around show.
It is.
I mean, I think the 17th is very critical, man. God bless every promoter that put a show together because it shows everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, man, so many pool parties, so many outside events. I mean,
it's the season for it.
Yeah, man. And it's gonna be 88, so people gonna be where they want to be at.
Right.
You don't want to hit. It ain't gonna be no excuse. Oh, it was too high. Or I did it. Oh, man. Nope. Wherever they gonna be at, that's where they gonna be at, man.
Right.
Man.
Right.
So tell everybody, like, where can they get your music and all that stuff?
Right on my website, or also.
She got a website, y'all. See that? Business.
Yeah, you gotta have that straight.
Right.
Tipspace.com, iTunes as well, and of course on my social media pages you can navigate to my music, but just go straight to my website.
And she's a great interviewer. Y'all ain't see the snub. She's speaking everything. She's Channel 5 ready, man.
Right.
She's Channel 5 ready. So I want to ask you, my man, good man from, while we on the business tip, my man from the Madness, my man Woody Wood, and he was online saying how we think as go-go people we have to get business mindset. Like we don't have the business mindset. Some of them we don't have rights to our own music, but I do because I'm registered with BMI ABSCAP.
Right.
But a lot of people don't have websites.
Right.
A lot of people they don't own the rights to their own name.
Right.
Like, you know, you actually, somebody hit me too. You actually got to go downtown
Yeah.
to get your name brand
Trademark.
copy. Yeah,
Yeah.
trademark and copyright. A lot of people don't know that side of the business. They want to
Right.
get in the band. They making all these hits. They
Right.
doing all that. So
Yep.
so the people that don't know the business side, what would your advice to be to somebody that's making hits but don't have those things in place?
Definitely learn. Even if you just have to research yourself, you have to know the business side. That's half the battle. And that's also half the battle of going abroad or going, you know, taking go-go outside of the DMV. You got to know the business. I mean, fundamentals, you know, get a mentor or something, but knowing the business and having that straight and down pat is half the battle of being successful outside of being local too. You just got to have you don't have to have a website, but it helps a whole lot to organize things, but just have a good
I think the website is very important.
It is. It really is. It puts you like on another platform, so to speak, because it shows that you take yourself as a business, not just, you know, hey, scroll my Facebook page for all my videos, you know, like.
Oh yeah,
you know,
yeah, man.
It's good. It's a good thing to have, or at least a YouTube channel, you know, or something.
So next Tuesday, the city round on how much of the tickets, where they can get tickets from, because we're gonna definitely promote this for you because it's a big deal for you.
It is. The VIP tickets are $25. They're kind of going fast. I think there's like one table left.
Dang.
So the premier tickets are $22, and the bar stool as well, $20 and $22.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
One table left, good. You moving them, huh?
Trying to.
On the Tuesday night, the show started what time?
8 o'clock. The doors open at 6.
Doors open at 6 and end at 12, right? I'm
Not
asking.
12. No, actually more like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a number of reasons for people to go. It ain't gonna hold you up for your
all
work
night.
schedule. Like
Yeah.
me, y'all know I love prime time. That joint end at 2 o'clock messing with me.
Right.
Nah, but
Hey, we'll
nah,
stay
you
there,
gotta
too.
understand. You gotta have the respect for people to go to work and then
Right, on the weekend.
say they have a good time. So before you get out of here, I'm gonna let you get your shout outs on. Anybody you want to shout out, anybody you want to thank.
Shout out to Storm. Thank you. Shout
Storm
out
is
to-
beautiful, man.
Yeah,
Storm was
she's
a
the
beautiful
best.
person, man.
She's
She's
the
the best person, man.
Shout out to my mom. I don't know if she's watching. She might be asleep.
She'll watch later because we won't be live on YouTube, but I'm gonna
Right.
send you the link.
Right. And shout out to all my friends. Definitely shout out to my special guest on the show, Paula Champion. She'll
Yeah.
be there. Shout out to my host, Kristen Scott. She'll be there.
And then hold on, now let's get the Crystal Scott thing. Now, how you get Crystal Scott on your a real reality TV star? How you get her on the show?
Because she's an amazing person and a sweetheart.
Oh.
and
So what? You just say you need you to come out here?
I asked her to, yes.
Oh yeah, so she gonna love it. Then she get to be in
She gonna have
DC.
fun, yeah.
If you to DC, so it's
Right,
everything good.
Yep. It's going to be a fun show.
It's gonna be a great show.
Yes.
And you do a blues session, Ron will be there, center stage.
Catch me at Blues Alley for that.
Blues Alley, when is that?
I did a couple shows last year.
At Blues Alley?
At Blues Alley. I
Where's
do more
that?
jazz there. That's Georgetown.
For real? I'm
Right
gonna have to
off
check that out one year.
Yeah,
It's
a
nice,
lot of shows
Ron.
there.
Why you looking at me? I said I'm gonna just go in there and check it out. I like different stuff.
Different vibes.
Why you looking at
over
me
there.
like that? Blues Alley, you been there before? Of course you have.
Yeah, it's
It's
old
nice?
school.
Small.
Right.
That's all you need for
Historic.
the blues. I mean, it's
Blues and jazz.
Tacoma Station small too, but people
Oh,
still
okay.
go there.
That's true.
It don't wherever there's a mic and a stage at, no matter how big and small, man, it's always a different experience.
Right.
It's
That's right.
never, man.
Yeah.
Just like the Howard Theater, I'm loving it.
I love the Howard Theater. Yeah.
I can't wait till I step in that thing, man. It's gonna be so.
You could do that tomorrow.
Yeah, 4 days. It's gonna be electrical, man. It's gonna be real fine. You get Sweatband, Junkyard, belaDona, EU and Sugar Bear, BAM640 Billy the Kid, DJ Frank White, all for $25. In the history,
really good deal.
and in the historical Howard Theater, man. Shout out to my Frank White, man. I mean, my man Frank White, and putting that together. So look, this before you go again, I'm gonna let the people know again.
Yes.
Tell them what's going down this Tuesday.
Tuesday, the City Winery. Be there. 8 o'clock.
8
Doors
o'clock.
open at 6.
Doors open at 6. Come in here with your
Get
suit, towel, work. Get
Whatever
you
you
a
got
shot.
on. Yeah. Plenty of wine, plenty of
Yeah,
food.
you got to call. Everybody get a call except me.
Hello.
You live on the platform. I already know who this is, but I'm gonna ask again. Who is this on the line?
You already know who this is. You already know. This your partner. Hi, Tiffany.
Hey.
How are you, dear? I'm so sorry I couldn't be there.
It's okay, girl. How you feeling?
As you already know, I'm doing well. Had to lay my uncle to rest today, and been around family in Greenville, North Carolina, and I've been around family and people that I haven't seen in years. We just kind of catching up, and I definitely wanted to take a moment to call in and let you know that I love you, and I think you are a phenomenal bassist. You're doing some great things.
Thank you.
I think you're doing a wonderful job branding yourself.
Thank you, Storm.
And it's such a blessing to have you as a friend and to know you as a person. And I know that God has so many wonderful opportunities for you. Who in the world is calling?
What? Somebody calling you?
I'm gonna have to decline that call. It's been crazy down here. But
you still in North Carolina?
I'm still in North Carolina.
Oh.
I'm not coming back until tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not coming back until tomorrow. So I definitely wanted to call in and
thank you.
And I think I was in the process. Even though I had you listening, I had my aunt was dropping her off at the nursing home and had to walk her in. So I know I missed some of it. So I hope I'm not. Exactly what point were you at, Bam? I don't want to interfere with the line of questions that you already started.
We good. I was just getting informed. I was just wanting to know the life of a bass player. I got me a little lesson in today.
Right.
Yeah, lesson in. You ready to start playing bass?
Between the blues, jazz, and everything, I done got a little lesson in. I think they trying to take me to the blues alley. Like next week. You know Ron already know about the spot. He probably the VIP member up there.
We're trying to get him to City Winery tomorrow. Next week.
Tuesday, I'm trying to go to City Winery and check her out. I need a different atmosphere to see.
Wednesday, right there?
Tuesday night.
Is it this Wednesday or next Wednesday, Tiffany?
No, next
Wednesday, right?
Next Tuesday.
Oh, it's next Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I was thinking it was Wednesday. I was looking at the wrong date.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell, I don't know if you all have talked about this, about your branding and, how you really have done such an exceptional job branding yourself. Why don't you talk about that process for the listeners?
Sure.
About the importance of branding and how you have been very successful with branding yourself and what you're doing and the importance of that.
It's really important. I'm still branding. I'm still trying to brand myself. It's been a process. I had to learn some of the things that I needed, like a website. We were just talking about that. That's very helpful. And then also, even when, before I even started branding, I used to have like a photographer, videographer come to my gigs and just, video me,
Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah,
That's
so that
important.
was the start of it. And, just making a record of every performance as far as anything, notable, making sure I have my resume at hand at all times. Clips
a lot of work.
and stuff, YouTube, build a YouTube channel, that's still building. And just making sure you just have things ready, like always have your price list ready. You don't have to scratch your head when somebody says, well, how much do you charge to do a live concert, things like that, or recordings and stuff like that. So just trying to be organized, that played a lot, and so over time, I would say like in a 2-year span is when I got serious about branding,
That's awesome. That's awesome. It definitely shows. I know you have many endorsements, and I don't know if you always talked about that or not.
Oh, we didn't talk about that.
The what?
We got time to talk about it. Tell us about your endorsements, how it came about, and
you got endorsements?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
talk about your endorsements.
My first endorsement came from Elric Basses, which is the main bass that I use. And actually, ironically, I didn't apply for it. Most of the time with endorsements, you apply for them.
Right.
But I just happened to love my bass. I wanted one. I went and got it. And then I kept tagging Elric Basses and tagging them, and they started to notice me online. And I wasn't tagging them for any reason. I was just tagging them because I loved the brand. And then they reached out to me and said, would you like to be a part of the artist family?
Wow.
That's when, after that happened, I went to NAMM, And when I went to NAMM, the first time I made some connections. The second time I also linked with GR bass amps. And when I came home, I think that Sunday, they reached out to me. I just simply had conversations, and that, you know, those conversations were genuine and went well. And they reached out to me to see if I wanted to join their artist family. Now, then there was another company that I actually had been applying for, Elixir Strings. I had been asking for them to endorse me, like, almost as long as I've been playing, because I've always loved their strings. And they kept denying me because I didn't have enough under my belt. And finally, they reached out to me. I interviewed with them at NAMM this year, and then they reached out to me and said, you know, we'd like you to join.
Dang.
So yeah.
Them endorsements, that's what I need.
And that helps with your branding.
We all need them. And see, when one blessing comes, it just seems like they just start pouring out, you know?
Right,
and, you know, you just kind of positions yourself for that to happen. And I think that's amazing, you know, how you've really been successful with taking your craft seriously, branding yourself, and how it's paying off for you, you know.
Thank you.
I was just having a conversation with my younger cousin, who actually plays for the Gospel Keynote. And he found out that I played for Genuine, and he was like, oh, wow, I love Genuine, and, you know, I really would like to do something like that. And, you know, he's only 25, and I told him, I said, continue your musical journey. It will happen. I said, you have to be consistent. You have to continue to believe in yourself. And before you know it, the opportunity for you is going to show up.
It will.
And you don't have to go looking for it. It's just going to happen.
It sure will.
You know, it's kind of like what God has for you is for you. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly. You just keep your eyes on yourself and don't, you know, be disciplined. And I think discipline is the key. And staying in your lane.
Staying in your lane.
You better say it. You better say it, yeah. You all have a lane.
And then if you got something you just want to go for, just go for it. I mean, you never know where it was. I never wanted to be a host, but somebody put me up there, and then I just kept going for it.
There you go. And now look.
Yeah. And we talked about that a couple of shows ago. You know, believing in yourself and just keep grinding, and you know, and what's for you will be for you. You don't have to chase it. It's gonna come find you, and you know, put you on. You know.
Exactly.
And opportunities that are for you, you don't have to seek them out. They will come to you, and it's like, wow.
Right.
You know, look at me. You know.
Exactly.
You know.
And I think
so the City Winery show, I mean, that is like, I know you're really excited about that show.
So excited, Storm. So excited.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
That's my next journey. That's where I need to be at City Winery. I heard the sound is there amazing.
It is. They take a lot of care in their sound.
Huh?
They take a lot of steps in setting up their sound.
Yeah.
Say that again, Tiff?
They take a lot of steps in setting up their sound. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's the next one. Yeah. Let's see. I know I have some other questions. I'm kind of off of the top of my head, and I know you already kind of talked about your musical journey. You already kind of talked about that, right? Kind of how you got to start with music. Y'all touch on that?
Yeah, we got it. I think we did got it a little bit.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add about your journey, Tiff? That you didn't share already, or?
Let me think. Well, I would say just some important points. It's very important to not only stay disciplined and take care of your health. That's something
that's a good one.
A lot of musicians.
I'm learning that right now because you think it's lack of rest, and then you're doing this show, you're doing that rehearsal, you're doing. I'm just getting a little bit. I can imagine what everybody else goes. I'll be tired, like turn around every time I gotta get up and do a show. I gotta get up and do this. Like Wednesday morning, I gotta get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, go talk to the charter kids in the school that's going back to school. So. I'll be there.
It's a lot.
I know I'm gonna be tired, but I'm gonna be there because I love the kids and I love the youth, and we got to get a hold on these kids, man. Let them know that we care about them. So I'll definitely be at the charter school at 7 a.m. sharp. That means I gotta get up like 5:30. So I'll be there.
Oh my God.
I told them I'll be there.
You just gotta get up early.
Yeah.
I'll be there for the youth. For the youth, I sacrifice that. So.
And also, saying like surrounding yourself with positivity.
Right.
Positive vibes. You got to keep negativity out. And it's not always, you know, negative people that'll give you negative vibes. You just got to be able to read it and just keep yourself surrounded by
There be some people that might have some next to say they like don't even know you. Like, they just going by what they see. That person never say hi to me when they in the club. And that's just But the whole
Yeah.
time, they don't know what that person could have went through that whole week or whatever.
Right.
But if this is our job, this is what we got to do.
Exactly. So you got to know what to block out, what to, and then another big thing too, that a lot of musicians and singers and stuff don't realize is you don't compete against anyone but yourself.
Exactly.
Like,
that's right.
you don't
That's
compete against, just try to be a better bass player than you was yesterday and the day before, not against this person ever, because you limit yourself. You can't
You
reach
do.
your
You do.
Well, man, where we
and what I've learned too, just being as a bass player, that when I first started, when I would hear what bass players doing, and I realized I can't do it.
Right.
And it made it harder because I was like, I don't have their feel. I can't do it.
Right.
And when I stopped trying to play like other people and just do what I do, it just seemed like I was able to get it, because I was doing what I did. You know what I mean? You have to do what you do, whatever that is.
Right.
Exactly.
Storm.
And my cousin was telling me today, he put me on one of my videos, he was like, "You're just in your zone." I said, I do what I do.
Right.
I do what I do.
You got that storm
I
sound.
play like nobody else. I play like nobody else. I play like me.
Right.
So,
exactly.
And like I just said, you play like this.
Right.
It's like, we have to be who we are, own what we have, and just, whatever blessings for you will come.
Exactly.
It'll come. Just being consistent.
Exactly.
And staying true to yourself.
Right. Exactly.
Exactly.
So
So that's what I've learned.
Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly right, Storm. You just be confident in your own style, your own playing, your own sound. And you don't. Once you get it there, you're good. So exactly.
Yeah. I mean, and just mad respect. I know you have always I know you have your own project now, but I know you play with an abundance of people. You sub, you done, play with all these different people.
Yeah.
And that is just a really, really good way to kind of get yourself out there, get your name out there, an opportunity to experience playing with different genres, different people. And I'm going to drop y'all off right here. I actually have my mom and my aunt with me.
Hey,
with
Mom,
me now.
Daddy.
So.
Yeah, that family
Say hi,
time is
Mom.
good.
She said hello.
Tell her we said hi.
I haven't seen her in a long time.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely. I think you've done an exceptional job
Thank you,
with
Storm.
just being open. Because I even find myself, like, when I first started playing, I used to be so open. I used to just go anywhere, open my face,
Right.
And it's like now, I'm not as open anymore.
Right.
It's like it's like
Yeah, you got
I'm kind of close. I'm like, okay, with my own projects,
Exactly.
and some other stuff, church and stuff.
Yeah, that's just right.
But
Yeah.
I just go, but that's how, not saying I know I have not arrived or anything, but
You arrived, Storm.
No, you definitely arrived.
You arrived.
It changes. for you,
Arrived and landed and checked in.
Right. Checked in, checked back out, checked back in.
Yeah, you
being
definitely have
open,
arrived.
And I tell anybody,
Yeah.
stay open. Stay open.
Stay open. Exactly.
Stay open to opportunities. It's
Yep.
easy to kind of close yourself off and like, I'll
Yep.
just do whatever, and then you just stay where you are, But
Yeah.
in order to be open, I think Tiffany, we've had this conversation about how, when people call you for gigs, even if it don't pay a whole lot of money, take it. Take it. It's a connection.
Right. It is. It really is.
Especially if you think it's something that you really want to do, or you know what I'm saying, you think it's fun, because some of you got to turn it down.
Right.
I've had to do it myself.
Right, right, yeah.
But it's so important. People see us and they think, okay, we just fly out of the sky and just, okay, these opportunities are they don't realize the grind.
Right, exactly.
The grind that it takes to be able to even be on stage. I've seen a video that Malcolm Jamal Warner did about different place space. He's like,
yeah, if you're in it to be seen, you're not gonna last.
Yeah,
Those
it's
people-
like just to be an average bass player. I mean, how much work it takes,
Right.
And people don't see that. They don't see the grind. They just see
They
you on
see
stage.
the-
Like, oh wow, I wish I could do that. They don't realize, a lot of us don't really have much of a personal life. We sacrifice a lot.
Right.
Our time with our family and friends. We're practicing, we're rehearsing, we're on the ring. We're doing all this stuff.
Exactly.
And people don't really have a clue how rough it really is.
Right. What it really takes. Exactly. That round the clock work.
Around the clock. I have some other questions. I have a few others, and I'm a dog, so no saying that. Do you have another artist, Sam?
Nah, I just heard here now, so
Oh, good.
it's all the spotlight all on her.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so Tiff, how do you...
I'm gonna send her the link to the video and all that shit. All that stuff, so she can share it with all her friends. Cause I really want to help her push this Tuesday thing, cause it's a big deal, man. Every show is a big
It's
deal.
a very big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal, man. Just like the House Theater, a big deal for me this Saturday.
You better say it. Yeah, you better say it.
Yeah.
So Tiffany, what keeps you motivated and encouraged to kind of keep pushing?
What keeps me motivated?
And who are you inspired by? It's a two-part question.
You know what? Okay, well, first, I'm inspired by, ironically, a lot of piano players and organists. I'm inspired by, I'm inspired by other instruments. Now, I am inspired by some bass players like Yannick Wisdala, Matthew Garrison, John Petitucci, some of those jazz bassists. But what keeps me motivated really is, I guess, being able to like sit for hours and dissect music and find like 100 roads to the same chord progression. Like finding different approaches to the same piece. Being able to do that keeps me motivated. And also, making your own schedule and, just staying busy and staying, keep working and staying in my own lane.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then also, just setting a lot of goals. I'm always setting goals. So throughout I make a daily schedule, so that keeps me motivated as well. And organized. But, having a daily schedule and just trying to knock things out, and just pretty much dancing to the beat of my own drum.
I know that's right.
So,
yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing, dancing to the beat of your own drum.
Right.
And you better say that. That's a beautiful thing.
It's an advantage to being, to working for yourself. So.
Yes, it is. I mean, because you grind and you push harder.
Right.
Because you have to.
You have to. You really do.
It's business. It's business,
Yeah.
And you're only going to get out of it what you put into it.
Exactly. You really are. And, you have to stay sharp and up because when you work for yourself, you're not punching in on the clock and punching out. You're literally grinding every day. So,
yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bam, you got something you want to talk about? You want to ask?
We already got up and personal. It's a live on video, so I just wanted to support on this Tuesday thing. So it's a big deal because I understand when it's a big deal to anything, any artist, you want to be there, so support them, and they're a big deal. So that's where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of your favorite venues in the area to perform at, Tiff?
I was just telling him.
She just already answered that. See,
the Capital
I missed that.
The Capital One Arena. It used to be the Verizon Center. They changed the name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That's next on my bucket list. Like.
You're gonna get there.
So, right.
I tell you, well on your way.
Thank you.
On your way.
I like the Birchmere, Ram's Head.
The Birchmere in
Alexandria. Yeah.
I ain't never been there though.
Oh, that's another nice place. For real?
You were?
Yeah, it's another nice place.
Tell Storm I was watching Mother's Son.
Did Reggie? Did they play her single, Bam? Did Ron get her single? I said the wrong name.
He don't have it, but we'll get it. We'll get it.
I'm email it to him right now because I didn't know Andre wasn't. Well, Andre, after I emailed it to him, he said he wasn't going to be there. So I definitely want to get her her single played.
Okay.
You got to email it to me. I'm gonna send you my email. Huh?
I got it. If I email it to you right now, can you get Ron to play it?
Yeah.
All right. Hold up. I'm gonna do it right now.
Thank you.
You got my email?
Email it to me.
Email me your email. I'm about to inbox it to you.
Yeah, inbox it to me. I'm gonna send it right now so we can gotta play that.
Thank you, Storm.
Any plans for any upcoming new music, Tiff?
Yes. Actually, I have a single that I'm trying to release by next week. So I have one single. I have an EP that I'm working on, but I'm trying to get the second single out, and that's called Paradise. It's just about finished being mixed, so I'm trying to get that out.
I love it. Awesome. Can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, it's definitely a different vibe than Viscosity. So I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll enjoy it. Yeah.
Let me see. I'm sending him this single right now. Yeah, so they can play this. Let me see. Wait a minute, Bam. Let me get yours. Oh, show. Okay. Copy.
Yep, send it. We gonna play it.
Okay. Okay, I just sent it.
All right, hold on. So, Ron, what I got to send to you for? I got it.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Hey, Storm, we going to hang up for a minute before you can get this music together. We going to play it.
All right, okay. All
All
right.
right.
Sounds good. Yeah, play it. Okay. All right.
All right. You on too?
I do. Okay.
Oh, she,
Hello?
Yeah.
He said stay on the phone.
Okay.
Little something, girl, hold us off. Little something once again. Come on now.
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, I heard it. I like that.
Yeah, it's smashing, ain't it?
Yeah, I know. She was saying people think it's simple, but I guess when you get in practice, it's a different thing.
It's a whole different.
Ain't nothing simple about that. Ain't nothing simple about that.
Yeah.
You know, Tiffany was the bassist that played on Jenny Jam's Echo.
Oh yeah, Echo. We're doing
Remember
that
when
at the
Jenny
show.
Jam came?
Y'all doing that?
Yeah, we're doing
Jimmy
that.
Jam is amazing too.
Oh my gosh.
She's amazing.
She's amazing. Yeah, she's
So-
on the show.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh.
How about that?
Yeah, she's on
Oh
there.
man, it's gonna be good then.
Yeah, and then I was just telling him with Viscosity, I'm doing something special on the show with that. It's a surprise, so
Really?
I have a lot of surprises on this show for you guys. So,
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to it. We love surprises.
Yeah.
You know. And I know you love surprises because you surprised me at my retirement party.
Yeah.
And I saw you with your bass and still didn't know what was going on. That's how great that was.
Right.
You don't show up. You good or nothing? He was like, yeah.
Right.
I ain't think nothing of it. And then they called you up there. I was like, oh my God. And that was just like phenomenal. It was phenomenal then, you know. I mean, I just, you know, every time I think about it, I'm like, oh my God, that was just so wonderful
honored.
that you would
I
do
was
that.
honored to do that for you.
I was honored. I was honored that someone thought that to do that for me. I'm like, really? You know, I never even thought of it. You know, and then, you know, I know, you know, Belinda, she's amazing, but
She is.
I really appreciated you for doing that, and that really was dear for my heart that you know, thought enough of me to do something like that, and it was beautiful, beautiful.
Aw. Thanks.
Yeah,
Dawn.
I know I shared it on Facebook. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I do have one of my, I think my final question for you is, what would be your advice to a young, you know, bassist, you know,
A young
who was
bassist.
interested in following in your footsteps, you know, what would you, I know we kind of touched on it a little bit, you know, here and there, but, you know, if someone came, Tiffany, you know, how can I be like you, you know, what advice would you give them to kind of follow in your footsteps?
I definitely would tell them practice the fundamentals of music first and learn it. And don't even just stop at bass. Learn music, like learn music theory. It helps you understand what's going on in a whole song. Because a lot of times, a lot of bass players come up and they only learn their part. So they don't understand what's going on. So if you understand what the keyboard player is doing, what the horns are doing, it helps you to add more to the song. But even going back to fundamentals, you can get lost if you only know the bass parts. So it's important to not only learn the whole song, the vibe of the song, but practice the fundamentals, practice scales, practice chords, practice all of those things, and just have a lot of discipline with it. It's just like drummers coming up. It's hard sometimes for them to practice a pocket instead of just practicing chops. Same thing with bass. Practice the fundamentals of a song. Know your notes. Know your notes on the fretboard. You know, practice with a metronome. Those are some key pointers I would give to like a young bass player. Actually, I give it to my students. Like all my students, I make sure their technique is clean before we start learning notes and the number system. Oh, that's another thing. The number system is very important for any instrument.
Yes, it is.
So that's another thing. I would definitely, you know, outside of like the other things I was saying, like taking care of yourself and being disciplined overall in life and with your schedule and stuff. But when you're just starting out, practicing the fundamentals of bass. No matter what. Don't try to do licks and runs until you know what the song is doing. So.
Yeah. You're right, because after fun, you know, people see it and it's like, oh, it looks fun or whatever. It's not easy. It takes a lot of practice, a lot of discipline, you know, and even, you know, with bass playing, anybody can pick up a bass and play, you know, a basic groove, really. You know, they really can.
Right.
But to actually learn all the fundamentals and stuff like that, because it can be boring. And even one class I took encouraged people to kind of like, even with their skills and things of that sort, to kind of make it fun, you know.
Yeah, make it fun.
You know, practice with a metronome and speed it up and kind of make the scales into a little song.
Yeah.
Like a little groove.
Another thing too, I would definitely recommend somebody starting out, even if they're not starting out, practice with a keyboard player, because you will really find where you are if you, as a bass player, if you practice with or an organist, you know, keyboard player or organist, because there's a lot of things that bass players miss that they don't realize it until they sit down with another instrument. You know, so especially keys, because you know keys are like the fundamental of the whole thing. So if you can play keys, you can understand different, you know, melodic instruments. But yeah, definitely practicing with other, and that's another thing. A lot of bass players only practice with other bass players. I think it's good to practice with other bass players, but it will definitely season you and make you more flavorful if you practice with other instruments. So
open you up and exactly.
Oh, definitely, yeah, so.
I think that's great advice. I think that's great. Y'all heard it, Tiffany Lloyd? Yeah. Y'all heard it? It's kind of like when you know, when you're talking to people who are doing it, you gotta pay attention and listen. You gotta pay attention and listen. You know, so you know, anything else you want to share? I mean, definitely, you know, City Winery, August the 20th.
City Winery.
August 20th, right there.
Yep, August 20th, City Winery.
Get your tickets. Get your tickets.
Get your tickets soon.
Tiffany Lloyd.
Yes, get your ticket. Oh, also, I should let everybody know you only get tickets online. They don't do like door sales. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, you can stand at the door and get on your phone and buy your ticket, but.
They do not. Also, you can't go in there with no cash. So I want to get.
No,
okay, you can't do that. Okay, well, that's good to know.
Right. Yeah.
That's
so
good to know.
that's another reason I'm telling everybody to get their tickets in advance because you can only get them online.
Okay.
So. Yeah.
It's a great venue. City Winery is a great venue.
Very pretty venue too. It's nice and lit.
It is.
Yep. Doors open at 6. So I would get there nice and early. And also, my guest artist, Paula Champion, she actually performs and does her own shows at, different places, but as well as the City Winery in Atlanta. So, she's going to have, I think she's going to have some people there coming as well. So, get your tickets early, and, you know, get there early. Yes. So, and you're really going to enjoy her. Definitely going to enjoy her. Her voice is amazing. I don't know if you. Matter of fact,
I've never heard her before.
Yeah.
Looking forward to hearing her.
Yes, you guys will.
It's going to be a phenomenal show.
It is. So, it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to having fun with everyone. So, yeah.
Well, you want to shout out? You got any other shows you want to shout out, Tiff?
You were late. We already did all that.
Okay, never mind.
I'm doing like a small event in California the next week, the 29th, in Compton. But other than that, then after that I'll be back here. So
Getting ready for that big City Winery show.
Yes.
Awesome.
So
Well, I tell you, much success for you.
Thank you.
I know you're going to continue to do amazing things.
Thank you.
And I'm right there cheering you on every step of the way.
I so appreciate you.
Because not only are you a phenomenal bassist, but you're a phenomenal person, you know.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm sure anybody that knows Tiffany knows that she's a phenomenal person, you know, and just easy to work with. And, you know, I just wish you much continued success in your journey to come.
Thank you, Storm. Birds of a feather flock together. You're amazing, too. An amazing person.
Oh, thank you.
I appreciate
you. Tiffany.
I appreciate you.
Thank you. All right, y'all. Well, I'm signing off. I know you can sign off, too. It's almost time.
We about to sign off, but look, man, next week, man, we'll be back next week with that Howard Theater recap. With that Howard Theater recap also, man, also Chuck Brown Day, man. Everybody do something. If you're not at Chuck Brown Park, then still just wear your Chuck Brown shirts or do whatever, man. That's where we're going to be at, man.
Looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. That's gonna be a
me
nice
too.
Fun here. Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. Saturday, that's two major things happening on Saturday.
Yeah, I know.
It's a busy
looking
month.
forward to that.
I don't know. It's definitely a busy month, but we out of here, the platform, man. We see y'all next week. Gonna get Ron home.
See you guys.
Before you get some rest.
One love. I love you, Tiffany.
Love you too, Stormy. Love you
Be
too,
safe
Stormy.
getting home. Bam. I will see you next week.
All right.
Thank you, Ron, for making it happen with that single.
Thank you.
And I will see y'all next week. Love you,
safe.
Tiff.
Love you too, Storm.
I will holler at you, Tiff.
Okay.
So we got to catch up and got to catch up soon, like we just said.
Right, yes.
Okay.
Definitely. Thank you.
Y'all be safe. Love y'all.
All
Okay.
right, love you too.
All right. We out of here, y'all, the platform. See y'all next week, man.
6 and S. Hell, and then get it. Hell yeah. But goddamn it, y'all made the go.